teach you how to set the deck, keep one thing in mind. A set deck just simply means the dealer has the deck set in his favor. It may be by one card. He may know the bottom card. He may know the top card. He may have several cards planted inside. Or he may have the whole deck set. So keep that in mind. Set deck doesn't necessarily mean the whole deck's set up. What we do now is called bottom loading. This is how to set the deck to put 4 or 5 good cards on the bottom of the deck that you want to deal off to you and your partner. And I'm going to show you how to do that. I'm going to show you also how to reset the deck once someone cuts it, which is the most important part of this trick. Okay, it's just now getting to be your turn to deal the cards, and we just finished playing a hand. Hopefully you kept an eye on a couple of tricks, a couple of books that you want for you and your partner. Now let's just pretend I saw this one book, and it had the Ace of Spades, the Queen of Spades, Jack of Spades, Seven of Spades. It's 4 good cards I like for me and my partner to have. So I keep an eye on that book. And now this is my turn to deal. I'm dragging the cards. I'm just going to keep an eye on where those are at. And I also keep an eye on a dummy card, the Three of Hearts. The Three of Hearts is a card that nobody wants. So I just keep it on the very bottom. And now as I pick these cards up, they go on the bottom of the deck. Now I've got the cards set just like I want them. This is not difficult, obviously. You've got your dummy card on the very bottom. Then you've got your 4 good cards. Okay, the deck is now set, and I'm going to begin shuffling. Notice as I shuffle, obviously I let the dummy card and those 4 cards hit the table, 1, 2, 3, 4, and then I shuffle the rest of the cards in. Now obviously this is not difficult. What we've done here so far, hopefully you could have figured out by yourself, no offense. Very simple setup. We've got cards we want on the bottom. We've shuffled them a few times, fake. Now it comes a time to where I am going to have to set the deck over here and let this guy cut the cards. Now here comes problems, because the minute he cuts those cards, everything we've done is ruined. So I'm going to have to teach you how to reset a deck. And I'm not going to do that during this trick, but we'll just pretend you already know how to reset the deck. So, they cut it, you reset it, and now the cards are back like you want them. You've got your dummy card on the bottom, followed by your 4 cards you want. Now, as you deal the cards, here's the key. When you deal cards off the bottom, it makes a snapping sound, like that. Obviously, you can't have that. You can't have this quiet dealing that all of a sudden snap. So what you have to do is snap all the cards as you deal them. 1, 2, and you're dealing the cards. Notice how I'm snapping each time off the top of the deck, just snapping them, making sure they're sound. Now, as I deal and as I notice the people are not paying a lot of attention, when I want, I'll pull one of those cards off the bottom and give it to my partner. Or I'll give it to me, however I want to do it. Now, I've already dealt those cards off the bottom. I've dealt them to me and my partner. That's not that difficult. Just make sure, obviously, that they're not paying attention to how you're dealing the cards, and make sure you're snapping the cards every time. That's basically the key. And also, you'll be tempted to get rid of that 3 of hearts, that dummy card, and give it to them. But remember, if they were watching you shuffle the cards around, they saw that dummy card, and they probably know you're supposed to get that. Sometimes they may even not cut the cards. Like you've shown this guy the dummy card enough to where he thinks you're going to get that card, so when you set him down for him to cut, he just taps the deck. Because he doesn't even want to cut him. He wants you to get that card. So, remember that. The dummy card's there for a reason. It makes them think that you're not doing anything shady. Because why would you want the 3 of hearts, the one on the bottom? Well, you didn't, but you wanted those next 4. So, that's bottom loading. Make sure you learn how to reset the deck before you do this trick, though, when they cut the cards. I'll show you that later. But that's bottom loading. And do not use this in a card game. That's for entertainment purposes only. And it's for you to keep an eye on cheaters. When you hear a snapping sound when someone's dealing, you better keep an eye on those cards. They're probably dealing off the bottom.